Okay, I wanted to do one more quick video for you to show you how you might do a video focus group for those of you that are considering doing that. Just so you'll know what your options are as you think through what kind of study you might want to do. So if you go into your portal, this is mine, yours probably looks a little different as a student than faculty, but if you go under your apps, and you go down to web meetings, it'll take you to Zoom. So Zoom is one of the resources that's available to you as a student. So you can log into Zoom, and it might require you to download some things. But once you're set, you can go under on here and you can say host a meeting and host a meeting. And if you wanted to do one for a focus group, you could do it with the video on. So that means you would need to have a camera, and everyone who is going to participate in your focus group would need to have a camera so that you can see everybody. I mean, you could just have them participate audio, but it's tough when you can't see each other. So you'll click the link, it'll take you in, and you can start a video session. So this is my video session, and I'm joining with my computer audio. So you'll notice here that I'm looking lovely tonight. I'm actually sitting here in my pajamas, so none of you need to see that. So I just put Mr. Care Bear here, just show you what it would look like to have participants. So this is how it would appear on the screen if you're hosting, and you can invite people in to your session, and you can create a URL, um, uh, so that and you can send an email, but you can just create a URL and then put it in an email and send it out to people. So you could play with that a little bit, and do that in advance and practice and everything to make sure it works. But anyway, once you have Zoom set up and you want to start your session, the nice thing about this is that you can record. It's recording this session right now. Um, and that way you can save it and you can play it back and transcribe it later. So this is what it obviously just looks like with one person, but if you had multiple people, it would look like this. So you'd have, I'm just showing you a screenshot, you'd have a bunch of different people and you could see everybody who was in the group. So your moderator could lead it, you'd have all the people participating in it, or you could have a bunch of people, some people together, and then some people just adding by video. So you could, you can do it either way. It's just obviously how your camera is posted. So I'm going to go back in here to Mr. Care Bear again. So you would do your session, and then once you're done, you can stop the video. You can even actually, there's some things you can do. You can um, and if you're stopping the video, that means it's stopping, so that people can't see the screen. It's still recording your session though. So you keep recording until you're completely done. But let's say sometimes you might want to do instead, you might want to share your screen with people so they can see things that you want to show them. So you could like show them your PowerPoint. This is from a tutorial I did for you guys. So people then could see your screen and what it looks like. So I'm going to stop that share again. I'm going to put the video back on, so you can see Mr. Care Bear again. This is just a little brief overview. You could play with it a little bit, but it is kind of a nice option. And so when you are done and everyone said goodbye and you're done with your session, then you would stop recording it. But you have to start and stop recording your video. And what you use for that is over here, right? So you have everything, you're set to go. Before you say, okay, we're going to start the session, you say record. And so now it's recording. And so you do your whole session. When you're done, then you would go ahead and stop the recording. And Then when you end the meeting over here, and you say end meeting for all, it will go to save the meeting. Now it'll give you this recording that needs to be converted. So it'll create this file for you. Now you'll have a nice video recording of your meeting. I will say that when you're going to save it, I always suggest that you make a new folder for every video, because what it'll do, so I'm going to say okay. Anyway, when you do it, is you want to practice saving it, because sometimes what will happen is if you keep saving in the same file, and let's say you started one video and you did another one, it's going to overwrite the video that you did into a new file sometimes, and so that's no good. So just play with it a little bit and check it out. I think if you just play with it for a little bit, you'll find that it's pretty user-friendly. And it's just one option. You still might try and get people together for a face-to-face focus group, or instead do one-on-one interviews that you would each record and transcribe separately. In the case of one-on-one interviews, you don't have to video record them. You can just audio record it just so you're able to transcribe them. And then you would just have all the different transcriptions, and you would analyze all of those in the same way that you would analyze a full focus group transcription. So anyway, I hope that is another helpful tip. Again, take a look at it, try it out. If you have some questions, let me know.